A fan of Shedeur Sanders is now suing the NFL for $100 million, claiming racial discrimination in the draft selection.
The lawsuit here claims that the narrative around Sanders, which reports and leaked statements suggested that he, quote, tanked interviews and, quote, was too cocky, harming his reputation and influencing the NFL's decision making. Prosecutors decried that the NFL's practices and statements have left the fan now with severe emotional distress and trauma, as well as frustration, disappointment, psychological harm. The fan is asking for $100 million in punitive damages.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen this, my first thought was I said, not DJ Designs then filed a lawsuit on the NFL.
You got down on that one.
Hey, you know what's funny? That's funny because my wife was like, "You should have got in on that lawsuit because the way you was griping around here."
Exactly. I knew it was you. I just knew it was you, right? Oh,
Hey, nah, for real though, this the new trend, the new scam. That's that's what's going around. I'm gonna sue you because you hurt my feelings. Dude probably, dude probably lost his money betting that Shedeur would go first round, left his pockets hurting. I hope he got I hope he got his lawyer pro bono because this lawsuit ain't going nowhere.
you don't think so? You don't think you got a
Nah,
little
man,
something?
the NFL gonna have him and his lawyers tied up in so much paperwork that his lawyers really just gonna be like, I ain't even trying to deal with this shit. Fuck it. You going up against a big conglomerate, so
Yeah.
the NFL just got some heavy hitters on their team, and I don't even think the judge really gonna take this into consideration.
Yeah. What you think, DJ Designs? You think they got a chance?
I was about to say, I think they got a chance if you could just prove that it was some racial discrimination going on. I mean, which it can be proven. This Gabriel kid that they took before him, nobody even talked about him before the draft. Nobody was watching film on him. Nobody had him as a prospect even being picked, and they took him the third round before Shedeur. So it's like, if you can prove a bunch of coincidence together, I mean, I think if as long as it's not criminal, as long as you have a preponderance of evidence, you could persuade a jury to side with you, and they can either settle out of court. And I know the NFL don't want to go there with them, so they can settle out of court if they feel like it's a preponderance of just facts that can just put them in a negative light.
Yeah, but I think the problem here is that this is the NFL. This is sports. This is a place where probably like 80% of the men that were drafted are probably a person of color of some form. If they, no matter if they're Hispanic, they're black, something like that. Most of the people that are getting drafted are a person of color. So how do you claim racial discrimination in this situation? I mean,
And how do you claim mental?
I
How do
mean,
you claim emotional distress? Because Shador was the one that got drafted 144th and not a first round pick, which
mhm.
he was perceived to be
because
going as.
He
nobody watches the draft past like the first 20, first 15. You know what I'm saying? After that, we're like, you get drafted, you get drafted. They had us watching and hanging on to every draft choice until 144. So
It's the
that's
draft
emotional.
though. Nobody's guaranteed to
Yeah,
go.
he should be. He got his jersey retired. He turned programs around. He led men. His number his number one receiver went number two in the draft. It's like, why not?
Him getting his jersey retired was a farce.
yeah, yeah.
Shador ain't did shit to get his jersey retired, man. Come on, man.
I feel like they would have had a better
Yeah,
argument
man.
if they would have went with like, oh, it was 144th and um I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of an argument that they could win with, honestly, because I
You know
don't
what
think
I'm
it's
saying?
that. I don't think racial discrimination is the one. Maybe like, hmm, I don't know.
Maybe. Well,
See,
they did say emotional distress too. So
emotion, but emotion is we're
they
not
did
going.
say emotional distress too.
Oh man, I don't.
Maybe he gonna win
Now I
with that
probably
new
won't
one
grow
that they
no legs,
came
but
up with.
we'll
I
Maybe
mean,
he gonna win with that new one they came up with.
what's the new one?
Nathaniel.
Man, what's that? Nothing. He ain't going with nothing.
Nothing.
No way. He's not gonna get nothing. You don't think they even
At
gonna settle
all.
out of court with him, huh?
Not a grunion.
Not a crumb, not even a crumb. They might take his privileges away. Can't even come to an NFL game no more. Who knows?
Right?